Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And it is the Hierophant. This is your superpower card, right? This is the card that rules the sign of Taurus. This is your very best self. I think you're somebody with a lot to offer the world. I think you are a teacher. You are an inspiration to other people. I feel like in your life, a lot of people come to you for advice. A lot of people kind of need your wisdom. It's kind of like when people are having a crisis, they need you to kind of tell them what to do, right? It's up to them whether they follow your advice or not, but they tend to value your opinion. I think that you're also kind of a source of knowledge. I think you're very well read. I think that you may even hold a prominent position in some field, right? Where you're regarded as sort of an expert of something. Okay. I think you have a very generous spirit. I think you love to help. I think you want to share everything that you can with others. Everything that you know, everything that you've been through, all of your experiences. You feel if they can benefit the world and you're ready, you want to share it. You want people to succeed. Yeah. This is also a very stubborn energy, right? Doesn't like to change. Is very confident in what they know and what they believe, and sometimes needs a little bit of stretching. We need to sort of stretch our muscles a little bit and start expanding, right? So let's see what's going on here with this card. Yeah. See what you're up to. There's that ace. There's that vision. There's that willpower. I feel like there's a new idea coming for something kind of new for you. You're finding a way. You're starting to get that light bulb is starting to kind of, light up above your head, and you're thinking, you're feeling maybe an impulse to do something new, to get outside the box. How are you going to extend yourself? I feel like you're getting a very strong inspiration right now. Next couple days, right? Next couple days. We've got a Princess of Swords. We've got a Six of Pentacles. We've got a Queen of Cups. And we've got a Princess of Cups. Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, which I like because this is also earth energy. Obviously, Taurus, you're an earth sign, right? So we've got a lot of earth here. We've got this inspiration leading into a Princess of Pentacles. So this tells me that you kind of got your eye on a new thing, a new business, a new project. It's kind of a fixer-upper. It's kind of like you're really feeling inspired to invest your time in something or someone. Maybe this is a student. Maybe this is, another person. But it could be a business. It could be an investment of some other kind, financial investment or a work thing or a business, project. You're feeling inspired to invest your time, effort, energy, and or money into something new because you believe that this has potential. Because what does the Princess of Pentacles do? Potentially transforms into the Empress, right? And so you might be even taking on a mentorship kind of thing where you're teaching somebody, you're guiding somebody. Maybe this is somebody at work, and you're just kind of saying, what, I see a lot of potential in you, young one, and I want to help you. I feel like you're sort of taking an interest in someone in that way. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be, that project. It could be that business. It could be that you are sort of an angel investor, But you have your eyes set on something. And you can see in this something or someone the great potential that lies within. Yeah. Now, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. We'll put the rest of our cards on the table, and then we'll get into each one individually. Okay? Here we go. We have a 2 of Wands, a 3 of Cups, very nice, a Queen of Wands, and there's that jackpot. There's that Ace of Pentacles. I think the Ace of Pentacles in this context, I feel like is sort of the summit of the mountain. This feels like this is the top of the hill. This is like, it kind of looks like we're looking top down on some very tall structure, or this is the top of that mountain. This is that pinnacle of success. This is the finish line where it's the culmination of something. If we think of the 10 as being the base of the mountain, right, and we're sort of going up, it's getting more and more narrow till we get to the very top. And I see the Ace here as kind of being that crowning glory. I feel like this is the jackpot here. This is the win. Yeah. And I feel like things are happening fast. I feel in the next couple of days you're going to have to get the ball rolling on this if you really want to get involved. This is something that's not going to stay around forever. You're feeling inspired to do it, and we've got to just begin. And I think major changes. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with Michael Scott right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together and give us a confirmation at the end of the reading. Okay. If you have a prediction, please put that down in the comments. Let's look around the room. Interesting thing I'm noticing. The only major arcana energy we have is you, right? You are the boss. You are the spiritual force in this thing. You have all the power. You're making all the decisions. Sometimes that can be scary, right? But this is kind of like, this is all up to you. You're the one, and if you think about it, if you're the teacher, you're the professor, you're the expert, well, you're the one that's expected to know your stuff. Not a lot of room for error, right? When you're the student, well, it's okay to fail. I'm just a student. I don't know this stuff. I'm learning, right? You're expected to fall off the bike. You're expected to get some of the answers on the test wrong, But when you're the Hierophant, you're expected to be, well, flawless, right? Invincible, perfect, kind of untouchable, and this sacred kind of energy. And that's hard to be in that position. It's not easy, right? But this is that Spirit saying that this is all on you, that you have what it takes to put your energy, effort, time, and or money into this thing and really make it a success. But it's going to be difficult for you because when you get the closer you get to the top, the less room for error. The further up the mountain we get, the path gets narrower and narrower and narrower, and right at the very end, it's like you're walking on a tightrope. You got to be very, very careful. When you're at the beginning, you got that 10 wide base at the bottom. You can go up and down. You can do all these different paths. It's okay to change things or make mistakes and stuff. But the further up you get, the less room for error. Yeah. It's not easy being the Hierophant, is it? It's not easy being the one that has to make this decision. To invest in this or not to invest in this. It doesn't have to be financial, but it might be. We got a lot of earth energy today, right? But the spiritual force here is you. See, you are that spiritual entity right in the center, and everything else is sort of is revolving around you right now and what you're going to do. And the inspiration, the idea that you have, it's kind of like everybody's looking to you for the answer, like, okay, what do we do? Give us some instructions, boss, So I wonder if you are a boss of some kind of leader, whether this is a work thing, maybe it's a family, maybe it's friends, maybe it's something that you're feeling very inspired to invest in this thing. Yeah. We don't see a lot of swords cards here, do we? We see a little bit. But mostly we got fire, fire, fire. We've got water, water, a little bit of air. And we've got earth, earth, and earth. And I like that. I like that we have fire, 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 and earth, earth, earth. Because that's sort of telling me that you really want to do this. I think Spirit's giving you a confirmation that this is a good investment for you. Don't let your heart or your mind interfere. Okay? And that's why we have the Princess of Swords and the Queen of Cups up here, because this is kind of your heart and your mind figuring out whether this fire to earth act of creation is worthwhile. Are you going to apply your fire to this thing? Fire and earth is that magical, spiritual, electrical circuit of creation. Fire to earth, heaven to earth, above to below. Will to action, inspiration to implementation, idea and its manifestation, right? And it's instantaneous. It's an electrical circuit, fire and earth. What gets in the way of that? Sometimes the human heart and mind, right? The air and the water. So between the fire and the earth, you got the air and the water that you got to deal with. The air and the water is either going to be a conductor of that electricity, of that spiritual force, or it's going to impede it. It's going to block it. It's going to corrupt it. It's going to slow it down, right? And I think that's where you are right now, especially with the Princess of Swords underneath everything. Sometimes you don't feel like you're the expert. And this is kind of an age-old kind of problem, right? That here's somebody that has so much experience, so much knowledge and learning and wisdom. You've reached such heights in your spiritual path, in whatever work you do, whatever your life has been. You're doing wonderful things, but we always doubt ourselves. I always think, I'm just a student. Sometimes I don't believe in what I know. And this happens to everybody. Every great teacher still at some times feels like they are just a humble, sort of ignorant student. I'm ignorant. I don't know anything. The absence of knowledge, right? The Hierophant is kind of like that's a sage. That's somebody that knows everything, has no ignorance at all, right? Well, in theory, I guess, yeah. But in practice, no, we always have a little bit of ignorance about something. There's always something we don't know. There is the factor infinite and unknown. Maybe that's that mystery card, right? What are we worried about? Well, we're worried that despite all of our certainty, all of our expertise, all of our experience, that there's something I don't know. There's a variable that I cannot predict. It's impossible to predict. This is the human condition. No matter how much we learn, no matter how much we know, how much experience we get, no matter how certain we ever are about anything, there's always a little shred of doubt because there's chaos out here. There's no way to plan or anticipate everything. All right. So with the Princess of Swords inside of you, you're sort of asking yourself, okay, this feels too good to be true. What am I missing? I have this inspiration to do this thing, invest my time, effort, energy, and or money in this to create that Empress energy. But what am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I going to have to learn? What do I know? What do I need to know? What am I ignorant about? That's going to maybe prevent me from doing this. So I feel like we have to make a decision quickly. And I feel like we have to sort of be okay with not knowing everything. And we'll learn as we go. But this is a great ability that you have to still be a student. No matter how smart you get, no matter how many degrees are on your wall, you're still a student. And you're a lifelong learner. Yeah. And so we have that attitude. And then it's saying, okay, I'm not going to pretend I know everything, because then I'm going to be very terribly surprised when something happens that I wasn't aware of or anticipating. So we're not Mr. Know-it-all or Mrs. Know-it-all, There's a lot that we don't know about life. But that's not going to take away from your ability to do this fire and earth sort of manifestation. Yeah. It's just that we're going to have to allow the mind some flexibility. We're going to have to be able to stretch ourselves. We're going to have to be moldable and pliable. We're going to have to get back into that mode of learning again. I've been a teacher for so long. How do I get back into the learning mode? Yeah, well, that's what the Princess of Swords is doing, trying to learn again. And what you're learning from, I think, is in some ways that Six of Pentacles behind you. The Six of Pentacles is sort of it's an echo chamber right now for you. Right, this is where you've been, okay? And I think that you've been in a situation where it's been good, right? We like a Six of Pentacles. It's success. It's the sweet spot of success, right? That we've been maybe functioning in a very, efficient way for so long. And we got into this flow, right? We got into this harmony, and the wheels just go round and round and round. And we get sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not stuck, not complacent, maybe content. But we start really feeling good about this. We sort of lose ourselves in this flow, in this harmony. It's a weird way of looking at a Six of Pentacles, right? But it's in your past. So I feel that this is a way of life. This is either at your work or in your personal life or your spiritual life, that we've reached a certain level and we've just been sort of enjoying it. We've been in that rhythm. Things have been running smoothly and harmoniously. You haven't had to adapt and adjust and grow and stretch yourself in a while. This is someone who's a teacher, right? And they've been teaching the same thing for years, and it's just, they're in that zone. They're in that flow. It feels good. Now it comes time to do something kind of outside of this contained space, no matter how good this is. And it's going to require some new thinking. It's going to require us to push past our limits and to stretch ourselves and to learn and grow a little bit. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with the Six of Pentacles, and I feel that ultimately, in your past, you've experienced a lot of success. And so we're learning from, okay, well, what made this work? What was so successful about this, right? Was this, this could be the classroom that you that are in, right? This could be your business that you created. This could be the very harmonious and rhythmic flow of your life. And now you're throwing a wrench in that. You're making a Seven of Pentacles, right? This is a Six. You're adding an ace, and well, you're adding that ace even. You're making the Seven. What is the Seven? The Seven is a challenge. The Seven is something that we have to fight against, that we're going to learn from, but we're going to have to adapt. I'm going to have to change what's inside of me in order to accurately, correctly, and efficiently respond to what's going on outside of me. That's what a Seven is. It's the challenge that helps us grow. So we're throwing a wrench in our life now. Why would you throw a wrench in your life, You must really believe that this is going to lead to higher up the mountain, right? So we got the Six of Pentacles, but you want to get all the way to the top, And this might be your ticket. But in order to do that, we've got to get out of this very comfortable zone. We got to throw a wrench in what we've already been doing. And that's going to force us then. It's sort of like you're creating a challenge for yourself. That life's been flowing. We've been in this rhythm. You've been riding your bike, and now you're really good at riding on the street. I'm so good at riding my bike on the road. I can do tricks and flips, and I can go fast, and I can take the curves really sharp. And then we say, well, you know what? Let me try a dirt road. Different. Haven't done that before. Or let me try a new trick. Or let me try something. Let me switch into a different gear. Let's change it up for ourselves. What can we do differently? It's like when you're at the gym lifting weights. I go to the gym every day. I do the same 10 machines. I'm feeling good about it. There's not really any growth anymore, but I'm in that routine. It's good for my heart. It's good for my body. It's maintenance in a way, right? But now we're looking to get the rest of the way up the hill. We're looking to go from that Six to that ace. Well, you got to do something different. I need to switch around the weights. I need to do a different machine. I need to do free weights. I need to do the ropes that you, like the snakes, we've got to switch it up. We've got to throw a wrench in our routine. Our maintenance routine, a routine that's very good. The business is going great. We're making money. Everything's perfect. Why would you tinker with that? Well, to get to the next level, right? Sometimes you got to tinker. And so I think this is kind of you tinkering now. Yeah. Up top, we have the Queen of Cups here. I think you're somebody who, you're very sensitive. I think that you're somebody who can be very honest with yourself about how sensitive you are. And sometimes our self-worth is tied into kind of our success, our external success, right? So, we're in that Six of Pentacles. We're in that zone. Things are flowing. Makes us feel good. I feel successful. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel good at what I do. If I threw a wrench in something and now suddenly I don't know what I'm doing, I got to learn. I've got to adapt. I'm meeting challenges. I'm falling down sometimes and getting back up. Then I start to feel a certain way about that. Like I was just telling Aries about sort of me and this channel, right? That when things are going good and the views are steady and everything's fine and it's people like the videos and the numbers are good, that I'm feeling good, feeling confident in what I do, feel like I'm in the zone, But then I tinker with something. I change the title, I change the thumbnail or something, like that. Or I change the way I read. I change some of the cards that I use or something. And things get unstable for a time, and I start to think, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. I suck at this, And so we run through this whole spectrum of emotion. And I think that we're sort of bracing ourselves for this because we know that, hey, there's going to be some good days and some bad days. I'm going to feel kind of crappy sometimes, and that's okay. The Queen of Cups is asking us to be very transparent, very honest with ourselves. Now, we could live on the surface. This is like an ocean of water. There's the surface, where we're not really feeling anything. We're just reflecting whatever is going on around us. That's how we're projecting our emotions. Whatever comes my way just bounces off, and that's what I'm giving out to the world. So we get negative energy in, I'm being negative. Okay? Then we get to the shallow end. And saying, I'm going to pursue my immediate desires. What feels good for me right frickin' now? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I want to. If something doesn't feel good right now, I'm not going to do it. If it does feel good, I'm going to do it. That's that's kind of the shallow end. Surface to shallow end. We go to the deep end of the pool. And that's where we're really figuring out, okay, what really is going to satisfy me? I don't care about the immediate pleasant or unpleasant emotions. I don't need that kind of gratification all the time. What is really going to satisfy me? What do I feel in my bones? I think that's why you're willing to throw a wrench in your life and pursue whatever this is. This is that car. You bought a piece of junk car. Because you know what? It may not be immediately gratifying right now, but you're going to put in the work. You're going to challenge yourself and push yourself. Maybe you don't know anything about cars. You bought this real clunker, but you're going to fix it up. You're going to soup it up. It's going to look nice. You're going to put that candy paint on it. The rims, it's going to be beautiful, right? It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard work. The gratification is going to come in the work itself and in the long-term results, not in the short term. In the short term, you're going to get greasy. You're going to get dirty fingernails. You're going to get cuts and scrapes and bumps and bruises and burns. You're going to get frustrated because I don't know how to work on a car, You're going to feel satisfied doing it. Okay. Now, I don't know what this is for you. This is something that may not look like much, but it's got real potential. It could be that you're taking on a student. It could be that you're responsible for training the new person at work, right? It could be that it's your business and you're saying, okay, I'm going to take on a new employee. I'm finally going to hire somebody. Anything like this, you're investing your time, effort, energy, and or money into something or someone. And I feel like it's kind of a big deal. Yeah. I feel like this is going to happen in the next couple days. Your general energy, Two of Wands. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Right? It supports the channel. You know, I really appreciate that. The Two of Wands, as your general energy, you're somebody that realizes that this is your life, this is your decision, this is your work. No one is going to make this decision for you. Okay? And I think that you understand what it means to be in charge of something, to be responsible for it. So if we're sort of, you know, taking this risk, we're putting a wrench into things, if it doesn't work out, guess who's got to take the blame? Yeah, you. If it does work out, which I think it is going to, guess who gets to take the credit? Also you. And that's kind of the Two of Wands. We realize that this is my domain, and if I want to throw a wrench in what I'm doing and take the risk and invest my energy in something, I'm going to do that. Fully informed, fully aware. I'm of sound mind and body. I know what I'm doing. No one's going to stop you. Okay? Except for you. So you've got to be united. See, we can't let the will go from the ace to the two, because then we're split. Then we kind of we're on two sides of the fence here. We want to do it, and yet we don't want to do it. This is a go. This is a stop. Right? So we have to be able to just go forward. We have ace, 2, and we have a 3. And I like that. I like when we get sequential cards. Right? It's like getting a straight in poker. I think that the 3 of Cups is realizing that the true joy in this comes through the work itself. What you're doing is going to be rewarding for its own sake. Okay? This is your relationship with the world. Yeah. And I think that you're going to feel good about what you're doing. It may not be pleasant every moment, but there's an underlying joy and satisfaction in doing it, doing something that's difficult, pushing yourself. Maybe this is even you going back to school, right? Taking some continued education or specializing. Maybe you're a doctor, general practitioner. Maybe you want to go specifically into some other field. I don't know what, something. It could be that, right? So this becomes sort of yourself in a way. But I think that it's also, it's going to be difficult along the way, but it's going to be intensely rewarding. Okay. I think that this is also something that's going to bring a lot of recognition to you. I think that as you get involved with this, you're going to appreciate the process. You're going to appreciate the work. You're going to appreciate yourself. And I think other people are going to appreciate you too. There's a lot of recognition here. I feel like you're sort of being celebrated in a way. Okay. And so it's kind of like if you make the announcement, hey, I'm going to go back to school. Everybody's going to just be cheering you on, hugging you, celebrating you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Such a great idea, right? Don't expect those people to be around when things get really, really tough, right? No one is going to take the exams for you. But it's nice to have support. It's nice to feel that we're sort of, we're sort of validated in our feelings here. That we're making the right choice, and it's nice to have that confirmation from other people. That validation. We don't have people here, what are you doing? That's stupid. No, you don't have any of that. You got a lot of love and support around you. And I think this is also about your gratitude. You need to be very thankful that you have the opportunity to do this thing. And very grateful that you have the support of people around you. So express that. Show that gratitude. Right? Start a gratitude journal, even, if you haven't already. Now, the next card, of course, is the obstacle, and that is the Queen of Wands here. It might even be kind of a feeling that we're taking on a pretty big project. And it's kind of like, if we're using the going back to school thing, it's kind of like we feel like, gosh, I've already been through a lot of school. I'm already pretty old. I don't want to go back to school. It's weird, right? So in some ways, it's kind of, we realize we realize the responsibility that we're taking on. We realize kind of the weight of this. And it's like, wow, I bit off a lot, and now I've got to chew it. But your confidence in yourself, your belief in what you're doing, that sense of purpose that is within you, that's going to help magnetize this success to you. You're fueling your own fire here. Okay? We got the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. You're fueling your own fire here, knowing that this is something that you truly, truly believe in. And it's got that sense of purpose. Yeah. And this is going to motivate you. I think sometimes it's going to be the motivation. It's going to be the inertia that we've got to get over. Sometimes we got to just force ourselves to get up and go do it. Even those days where we don't feel like doing it. Even those days where we kind of feel tired, or we feel kind of down on ourselves. We feel like, I don't know if I'm not capable of this. I'm already so old, you know. And in some ways I can relate to this because, you know, I was 40 years old when we had our daughter, and she's 4 years old now. And when my wife and I got pregnant, it was like, I am so old. This is going to be, whew. You know, I don't know, like I want to be 60 by the time she's, you know, an adult, and I'm just going to be an old dad, right? Well, we motivate ourselves, and it's sort of, and this motivates me now to start trying to do better in our business, to start doing better physically, right? Really focusing on how I need to grow and learn and change and expand and evolve so that I can be there for her in every way that she needs. For as long as she needs, you know. So it is sort of, it's awakened something in me. And I feel like this commitment that you're making to this new thing is going to awaken something in you. It's going to awaken this fire, this motivation, this passion. Yeah. And then jackpot, Ace of Cups, you're going to make it. You're going to do it. If this has some sort of a tangible goal to it, you're specializing, you're going back to school, well then you're going to complete the course, you're going to graduate or whatever it is. Or this is you going after sort of a new position at work. You've been happy in the role that you've been playing, now you're looking to level up. Okay, so there is a marker of success. There is a flag at the top of the mountain, and you know you're at the summit. The thing about the summit is that there really isn't a summit. Life doesn't have a summit. It just keeps going up and up and up. But this is the next success for you. And so I feel like this was a summit at one point. You know, you've been there for a while, and you've been enjoying your life there. Now it's time to go up to the next summit, the next plateau, the next milestone. Okay? Really wonderful energy for you. I want to look at our mystery card here. I want to see something beyond a 6. I want to see either a 6 of Cups would be okay. I'd like to see a 9 or a 10 of Pentacles or Cups. Or perhaps that Empress card, right? If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. Well, it is more than a 6. Guess what? It's a 7. So that is what exactly we were talking about. You got your nice 6. Why would you leave that? Why would you tinker with that? Why would you add, let's say we add that ace in there. Why would we add something? Why would we throw a wrench in that and create for ourselves a 7? Life is good like it is. Why would you try to do anything more? Why would you push yourself? Why would you commit yourself to something new? Why would you feel inspired to invest your time, effort, energy, and or money into something else? Why would you want to level up? You know, it's just going to be hard work. So we're invoking these little F's, these little failures, because that's how we grow, right? When you're pushing yourself outside of your 6 of Pentacles, you're stretching yourself, you're expanding, you're finding a new limit. You go up, I bumped right up against the 6. Okay, and now tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit more than that. Do a 6.1. Okay. That's my limit now. Now tomorrow I'm going to go and push a little bit further. You know, and so we're growing, we're expanding, we're challenging ourselves just enough. It's like you're lifting weights to the point of failure. You're lifting your weights. I've done 100 repetitions and then my arms fell off. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to go do 101. We're exceeding, but very delicately with the 7. Yeah. Very nice confirmation. We're going to do an extended reading. We're going to do Jing hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards, right? It's going to be a great time. Click on the link in the corner. There's also a link down below. New readings for Taurus Monday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. And leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.